thoughts, because people are used to their mind and their thoughts and their higher understandings being unchallenged. They forget that spiritual exploration is required for one to really achieve a sense of true mindfulness, right? So someone may get bored with spirituality or refuse to do things like meditation because they feel like they already got their shit figured out. So when you interact with that someone, you may notice that nothing about them seems to really be giving you like a spiritual vibe, so to speak. Although they claim that they believe in unity and they don't act like they are unified with anything, they really don't see a problem with living and refusing to change, because they figure the beliefs that they hold is what makes them more evolved. Now, this person can also be argumentative, passive-aggressive, stubborn, dogmatic, unwilling to change, defensive, have an inflated ego, if you will, and they tend to feel a little bit superior to people, which we all know somebody like that, right? So what's the answer to something like this? Well, it can be cured by getting rid of all old beliefs and practicing meditation to get in touch with a part of yourself that doesn't rely on beliefs to feel spiritually connected. Let spiritual experience actually be the catalyst for what you believe. The more you practice mindfulness and meditation and spend time in nature and start to realize that spirituality is about the relationship to yourself, therefore the relationship to the higher power above you and the relationship to people next to you, the more that you'll realize that the beliefs in which you hold actually are more about dogma than anything else. By understanding that beliefs are a product of culture, location, time period, and knowledge, you get to understand that what you've been exposed to oftentimes is what carries your belief. Now, we only are talking about three of the most common spiritual transmitted diseases. However, there is a myriad of them, and they are quite common within the conscious community. The point of me giving you guys all of this is to encourage introspection, right? As we round up the year, just as we began the year, we want to see ourselves as being infected with, we don't want to see ourselves as being infected with any kind of spiritual disease. So that will prevent us from stepping into a higher level of integrity or consciousness, Perhaps the unwillingness to honestly look may even be a symptom of another spiritual transmitted disease that we talk about. But it is important that you, watch yourself about who you surround yourself with, who you give yourself to, because spiritual transmitted diseases, what they do have in common with sexual transmitted diseases is that they can be passed on to you from person to person, right? And unfortunately, condoms can protect you from sexually transmitted diseases. Condoms can't protect you from spiritual transmitted diseases. So as we wrap up this year, please be sure that you are keeping in mind where you want to go spiritually, where you want your emotional well-being to be, and how you plan on getting there. So if you have no plan for a spiritual or mindful journey, then really what you have is a dream. Now, if you have a plan, then you have a goal. Thank you guys so much for listening and for just paying attention to a seat at the table all of 2019. We've got some exciting things coming in 2020. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your holiday. Peace.